The J2, and ladies and gentlemen, we are getting down to the very end. We're down to basically two parts. Clear dome on top and the front windshield, which I got it masked off, and I painted the little brackets that go in the front, painted them silver, so good to go on that. The J2 itself, I forgot to actually show a part here that I did on the Fedoratron.com's mask template thing. There's actually a photo etch that goes on the inside of the fusion core. It makes it the more square, the little square windows on the side here. That's the thing I forgot to mention, that goes in there. Got it on. I also took sandpaper, and since it's a clear part, I kind of defused the clear part, just to give it because there's no lights in here and you really can't see it anyway, so just make it look like it's busy. Then I took Vallejo's little wash here and thinned it down with the water, and basically went in, if you can see the blue, just basically a pen wash all the way through it, just to give it a little bit of color, because once it sits, you can see the actual blue in there and where the light hits it and everything, and that's what we want. It looks like it is, got some color in it. It ain't just white, or excuse me, clear plastic. But anyway, there is that on that. The Fedoratron's photo etch part, I super glued that on, and we got that on top, so we're good to go on that. I believe I got everything painted. Silver wise on here, I don't see any spot that I missed. I do got to wipe it down, since it is a aluminum, because it always has a little film on there for some reason. I'm going to wipe it down, and I'm going to shoot it with Future, and then I'm going to have to let it sit for like a couple days. So that's the main thing on that. But anyway, everything I got to fit, the lower level, the upper level. One thing I got to mention here, it's not a totally fit. It does fit, but it's just because everything's resting on each other. I thought about putting magnets on the inside here, but I think that'd be more trouble than it's worth to actually fabricate it and try to get it to fit. If I could start like at the very beginning and refabricate parts to fit magnets to get a good tight seal, it probably would, but it's not really that noticeable. I mean, it is around on a few little places, but that's just the way that the kit sits on, and you really can't tell once it sits. And it's easy to pull apart, so you won't have to fight it, even with magnets, which I was thinking about that too. But anyway, there is that. We'll take the that level off. Got the upper and lower, and you take that off, and then you got the lower level. So anyway, if you want to display it, you have that option of doing which way you would like to do it. Anyway, that fits on like so. And we fit the, if I can get that on right. Well, trying to do it backwards here. Like, hopefully like that. Well, close enough. Yeah. And then the top, which has an end piece that fits on the top there like so, and we are good to go on that. So I'm about to the point of need to shoot it with Future and then put the clear parts on, and I like to dip all my clear parts in Future, just gives them a little more shiny. So I'm going to try to do that, try to get that accomplished at least by Monday. And today I'm going to wipe this down, I'm going to shoot it with Future, and then we will be good to go on the Jupiter 2. So hopefully and then I just got to let it sit for a couple days, because can't touch it, and it just needs a nice little clear coat, and I think we'll be ready to rock and roll. If I get it, it fits, it's just you got to get it just right on there. But anyway, the J2 is just about done. The monster truck, one thing I did do, I went ahead and took the door handles off on both sides, and I started sanding them down, so hopefully we'll get them a little smoother. And then I got the bumper on, and that's pretty much all I can do so far on that. Once I get everything sanded smooth and wipe it down, then I'm going to probably paint it a red color. And then I got to decide on the flames. I want kind of if you've seen Lightning McQueen on cars, his flame is basically like a lightning bolt and then a flame. I was thinking something like that too, you know, which I don't know. We'll figure it out. It's just kind of off the top of my head, and we'll see how it goes. But anyway, there is the truck body, so we're getting closer on that. Frame's done. I had to super glue a couple little parts because it had a tendency the frame here wanted to spring out just a little bit. So I tacked a few places with super glue to get everything secured. Everything's assembled except for basically the tires, or excuse the rims. And once I get the rims painted, I get them in the tires, and then we can start really start painting and then weathering and everything. But I need to paint the main body. I'm gonna paint it all black, and then we'll start weathering after that. There's a couple seams. I don't know if you can actually see it right about here on the differential, I guess, or the suspension part. There's a little bit of seams. I tried to get it sanded down. You can still kind of feel it. But what I want to do is I want to get it down the best I can, and then we're going to put some weathering powder on there and make a little dirt and mud on there, and problem solved. Anyway, other than that, it went together really well. It's that's a lot of plastic for a $20 kit. I mean, that's just really great, and it's been fun too. So the Devilette is taking shape. Voyager, I haven't got. The only thing I got to do, and I'll try to do it tomorrow morning, which is my drilling time. I started drilling the holes on the side on the secondary hole. See if you can, let's get something like that. You can see it. Started getting the holes there, and then I just got to go and just work my way down the line, and then the other side as well. But anyway, other than that, drilling holes tomorrow. That's my game plan. And then what I'm going to do next is the clear parts. I may go ahead and get them in. I haven't decided what I'm going to do. I may get them in because I need to start masking them off, because I need to get them glued in and masked, and I may sand the back of them just to diffuse the light on them, just because you're not going to see what's inside of it anyway. But that's probably my game plan of what I want to do on that. And then everyone's seen me build starships before. I usually give you a new stand, and I'm going to take some wherever I can reach it. We're going to take some brass rod, and we're going to do some telescoping brass rod on here, so we can have a good mounting point, and the wires can be fished through, and you have a good sturdy base for your starship, because the kit stands suck. That's just my opinion on that. Anyway, that's what I've got going on today. I should have a shed update later on this evening, and we are doing Voyager. The Devilette is really taking shape, and we're getting close to finishing the J2. So that's what I got going on today, so stay tuned for the next exciting episode.